Hello dear viewers, welcome back to another Odoo 19 tutorial by Cybrosys. Today in this video, I am going to introduce you guys to the recruitment module of Odoo 19's community version. So you all know recruitment is also one among the HR modules of Odoo 19, and apart from the enterprise version, you will be getting a free module inside the community. Okay, so with this, obviously the features will be limited, but still there are a lot of features or a bunch of features that you guys can access easily. So let's see how the recruitment works, and this will be helping you all to manage your recruitment process in a very effortless way. So come with me, let's move on to the video. So now let's take a look at the recruitment section of the community edition of Odoo. Now from here, you can actually choose the recruitment. Here you have the recruitment module. And the only three menus that we have or that is present in the community version of recruitment module is the applications, reporting and configuration. So once you open the recruitment module, so you all know what recruitment actually means. Okay, recruitment means hiring and all. Okay, so if there are certain openings for any particular job, such job positions, openings and hiring calls and all can be found and managed inside the recruitment module. So the very first thing that you can see once you open the recruitment is the job position. Okay, so all the current job position that is present can be viewed here in this page, that too in Kanban view. Okay, so you can see, like for example, you have one called marketing and community manager, where you get to know how much, vacancy is there. Okay, so you can see 3 to recruit, 0 new applications, 4 in progress. How many applications has come so far, how many are in progress, how many activities are scheduled, and all such things, whether this is published or not. All such details can be viewed from here. Okay, so that is the different job position. Now it's possible to create one from this page. Before that, if you want, I'll just open one. You have one, which is the marketing and community manager. So if you open that, you can see the different the applications that have come for the job position. So you can see currently there are 2 applications which are under qualification stage, one under first interview and one under second interview. So as the stage changes, you can simply drag and drop it, the applications. So we'll go to applications in detail. Then you can see the 3 to recruit and all. So yeah, and here you have the job page. You can configure this from here. So if you click on configure, it will be taking you to the job position page where the configuration and all of the job position and its creation takes place. Here is the details where you have the hiring process, the job posting and all such things, the summary, application info and the trackers. So I'll do one thing. I'll go back and create a new job position. Before that, we have one more view for this, which is the list view. Okay, so I'm putting it back to the job position and going to create a new one. And such a wizard appears where you have to specify the name of the job. So I'm putting the name as sales manager. And you can set an application email. So all the incoming emails create applications automatically you can use it for direct applications or when posting job offers on LinkedIn, Monster, etc. So I'm going to create a job position called sales manager. So let's go back. And here you can see the sales manager. Okay. So if you go on and click on configure, this is how the page looks like. We've done nothing over it. Okay. So by default, it will be taking only one, the target as 1. So I'm changing the target to 5. I need 5 sales managers. And you can publish it from here. You have to make it available on the website, right? So you have to publish it. Only then it will be accessible for the public. Then you have the expected skills. Now you can add on certain skills that are required for your, for the job position. Okay. So I am putting language is required where English should be known for that person. So I'm putting the level to B1. Save and close. So one skill has been added. Similarly, multiple skills can be added. So marketing, communication I'm giving, save and close. A new skill is added. Similarly, all the expected skills for this job role can be specified over here so that people with suitable skills can apply for it. And if you are giving any expected degree, I'm putting graduate. Then the interviewers can be pre-scheduled over here. So I'm putting mark demo. Interview form can be taken. So I'm putting the recruitment form. Like all these are created. That's the reason why you can easily choose it from the drop down. You can set an email alias. You can set a website on which it should be published. If you keep it empty, it will be published on all the websites. Then you have the job where you can set the job location, whether it's uh, a remote job, work from home, or from the office, whatever it is. Then comes the employment type, whether you're looking for a permanent, the permanent employee, temporary one, and all. So I'm putting permanent, and all those details are given. Then comes the summary, where you can summarize the job position here on few lines. Okay. Then comes the application information, where you can see time to answer is 2 open days, process 1 phone call, 1 on-site interview, and days to get an offer 4 days after interview. You can actually change it from here. Okay. So I'm changing that. Then comes the trackers. So if you want to add any campaign over here, a campaign can be added and the tracker URL can be specified over here. Okay. So that is how a new job position takes place. So if any new applicants come, the application count 0 will change from here. Okay. So that's how it works. That's the job position. And you can see sales manager has come on top because I've marked it as favorite and it is published. Okay. So if you go to the job page, I'm clicking on job page. This is the job page that you have in the website. Now, if you click on apply now, you can see the name, your email and all such things. And if you click on I'm feeling lucky, you can simply specify a LinkedIn profile and you can also add your resume. And after that, you have to simply click on apply. Like these are all mandatory fields. Okay. So you have to specify all such things. The job description will all be given over here, time to answer, and all such details which are required for applying to a particular job can be seen over here. Okay, so that's how it looks like in the website. And if you go to the jobs, you can see all the current openings that you have. That is the all published jobs. So currently we have only published 4 jobs. Others are all left unpublished. That's the reason why it's shown in dim. So let's go back to the recruitment. Okay, so these are the job positions that we have. Now, if you go to the applications, you can see by job position. That is what you've seen right now. Now, you can see the recruitment by talent pool. So here you can see a new one. Like if you click on new talent, you can add a new talent over here. And the skill can also be added over here, skill and certification. So you can add skill from the library to the employee profile. Like we've already configured certain skills. We have a list of skills. From that, you can actually put this to the put those skills to the talent that you are creating. And when required, you can choose the people which are coming under this particular talent pool. Okay. So you have the soft skills. I'm putting it as problem solving, saving clues. So that's a skill that I've added over here. Similarly, multiple skills can be added. Okay. And you can simply save it. Then you can give a name for it. I'm putting the name as demo. Okay. So what happens is that currently for this particular talent pool, we have 4 talents. So click on that. You can see the different talents which are coming under that particular area. So you have these much people. And if you want to add an applicant, you can click on add, name the applicant and add some tags, and this will be added to the pool that is already over there. So once you are in a requirement where you need people which are coming under this particular area, you can choose from the talent pool over here. So if you go back and click on this, you can see new talents over here. A new talent can be created and then you can create an application out of the talent. So that is the talent pool that you have over here. Then you can switch it to the list view. So you can see 4 talents, the tags are given. That's how it works. Then comes all applications. So here you can see all the applications that has come so far. The applied date, the job position, and the stage on which each of the application lies on can be found over here. Okay, so that is it. Then that is the application. Then if you go to the reporting, you have the recruitment analysis. So here in the recruitment analysis, you will get the data of different months, the job data of different months, and each of the color denotes to different job position that we have over here. Okay, and this black color will be showing the sum of each month. So if you click here, you can see 3 is in October. November, we have the count is, the sum is 2. And on December, we have the sum as 8. And then you can switch it to the pivot view where it shows the different job position and the count for different months. Okay, so that's how it looks like. And then comes the configuration. We'll keep the settings aside, and we have the job position where you have the employment types. So while creating the job position, they are asking for the type of employment, right? It can be a permanent employee, a temporary employee, it can be an intern, a student, whatever it is. So such employment types can be created over here. Simply click on new and specify the name. It's just a label, that's it. So that's the employment types. Now if you go to the application, you have a degree. So they are asking for degrees, graduate, bachelor degree, master degree, doctoral degrees. Similarly, if you want to add on degrees, you can add it from here. Simply click on new, specify the name and the source. Okay, so that's the degrees that you have. Then you have the refuse reason. So if you are refusing any of these applicants, what you have to do is you have to specify a refuse reason, right? So if you go to the applications, you can see all application. Here you have one. Okay, so you can see the different stages that person is going. Now if you're clicking on refuse, they'll be asking for a refuse reason. So this particular thing, that is these refuse reasons, have been configured from the configuration. We've already seen the refuse reason. So you have to specify one and click on refuse. So you can see the refuse label has come. So those reasons are actually configured from here. Okay, so that is the refuse reasons. Then you have the tags. So different tags that you put on different applications or job positions and all can be specified from here, and then you can actually set an index color. Okay, that is the tag that we have. Then comes the employees where you have the departments and skill types. So you can, you basically have different departments for different employees. So departments can easily be created from here. Specify the name of the department, manager for a department, and a parent department for the one that you are creating. Okay, so you can even set a color for it so that once you are creating a job position, you can actually use this department. Then comes the skill type. So skills we have seen a lot of places. If language is a skill type, then skills are like English, French, Spanish, German and all. Similar skill types can be created as well as the skills coming under each. And then you can put levels for each of the skills. So if you are creating a new one, if I'll put language itself, set a color, you can set certification. If you're going to add a skill, I'll add English. Okay, then you have the level, different levels. If A is the level, then the progress percentage, I'm putting it to 50. A means 50% you know that language. If it's B, then I'm putting it to 80. Okay, and if it's C, then you know the language 100%. So similarly, you can actually set the progress or levels of each of the skill. You save it, and now here it is a certification, okay, or a skill type with 3 different levels. So that's how you create a new skill type. Then comes the activities. So you have activity types and then activity plans. So activity types are things like call, email, to do, meeting and all. Okay, and you can actually create new activity type from here, specify the name, the action that has to be done, whether it's a phone call, meeting or upload the document. Then if there is any chaining activity, like once this activity takes place, then as soon as that is finished, if you want to trigger another one, then you have to specify the chaining type over here, whether it's to trigger the next activity or not, and trigger what, whether it's a call, meeting, or email, whatever it is, that should be specified. Okay, so that's how you specify or create an activity type. Then comes the activity plan. So a group of activity types are, arranged under a particular plan. Like if you're creating a new one called onboarding, you can actually group different activity types over here. So that becomes an activity plan. Then comes the job boards where you have emails and interviews. So the different emails for different, platforms are given over here. Similarly, you have the interviews. So you have an interview form over here, which is the recruitment form. If you open this, you can see you have to specify different questions and the question type, the options over here, description, and an end message for the interview. Okay. So those things we have in the configuration. And finally, we have the settings. So in the settings, you have the job posting for online posting of different jobs, the process where you can send interview survey, and in purchase where you can send SMS, resume digitization also can be done from here. So this is the recruitment module. It seems like a small module, but still there are plenty of things that you can do over the module. Okay, the main purpose is of creating applications, hiring job positions and all such things. So that is the recruitment module. If you have any doubts, please do comment below. So that's the recruitment module of Odoo 910's community version. I hope that was clear for you guys. Thank you so much for watching and see you guys in the next video.